Australia. The land down under. Known for its exotic animals, and even more exotic opera houses. Its rugged outback, and wine country? Okay, maybe it's not as big a secret as we thought, but we just never really expected to see views of vineyards in Australia that could compete with Tuscany. This is the Yarra Valley. Next time they build a restaurant, they should put it somewhere with a view. Come along as our good friend and local tour guide, Leisha. Is that right, Leisha?
Yeah, that's dead right.
Shows us some of the best Australia has to offer, including the Healesville Sanctuary. So I just learned of an animal that I didn't even know existed. Some of the finest wineries.
Unfortunately, she's got a driver, supposedly the sensible one.
And even a gin distillery.
There's a lot more blends there than I've seen before. This is going to be really interesting.
And offers to be our private chauffeur as we go on one of Australia's most iconic drives.
It's spectacular. Absolutely spectacular.
Stick around, you're not going to want to miss this one. So we have come to the Healesville Sanctuary here in the Yarra Valley, and they have kangaroos and koalas and dingoes. We might see some dingoes. Oh, look! Just hopping around.
Good morning.
Do you know the difference between a kangaroo and a wobbly?
No.
Kangaroos are larger,
Yeah.
and they have different snouts.
Is that right, Lucia?
Yeah, that's dead right.
Confirmed by an Australian.
Kangaroos have got bigger heads.
Okay.
So now you know,
Food for thought.
in case you come across one in the wild.
Yeah.
Be very, very quiet.
So I just learned of an animal that I didn't even know existed. There is a breed of kangaroo called tree kangaroos. And you gotta see them, they're so adorable. So I don't know if this is the best way to do the Yarra Valley or not, but we booked some restaurants and some wine tastings, and we also wanted to go to the Healesville Sanctuary, but with all those reservations, we didn't know how we were going to do it, so we decided to stop by and ask them if we buy a ticket, if we can come back in. So that's pretty much what we're doing. We went for like a half hour, and now we're going to our first wine tasting, and then we're going to go back. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, just recording each other.
Are we gonna do some vlogception? They've got great drinks, great food. They don't use grapes when they make wine, they use blueberries. So they have Monday margaritas for $3 off.
They were delicious.
We all started with one of those. And we got,
The food choices are excellent.
get the pork sliders, you can thank me later.
Yeah. The camembert with the fig.
Absolutely
Fig jam.
delightful.
Don't forget the fig jam.
And what does fig mean?
Think I'm good? Just ask me.
That's right.
Now we're progressing on to the paddle, which has a apple cider, just straight apple cider, and then this one is a mixed apple and pear, and it's apparently mid-strength, a little less alcohol, so you can drink more. This one is the blueberry
wine.
Blueberry wine, and this is a blueberry Moscato. So we're gonna try all of them,
I'm digging
and
in.
we're gonna enjoy our day. Alicia's our driver, so
I'm the
unfortunately she's
designated
gotta.
driver, supposedly the sensible one. Only near alcohol.
It's the
Probably have a
apple.
palate cleanser. Like
Have mine. Little water in between.
Yeah.
Water.
Not only to cleanse the palate, but to keep hydrated. Public service announcement. Got notes of popcorn and butterscotch.
Notes of pear.
Yeah.
It's definitely sweeter than the first.
With your, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that, you know? Can you say pop like 1 through 4?
Hypothetical gun to
Gun
head.
to head? Okay, probably. I really like this one. So the Moscato I think is my favorite. Then the straight apple. Then the blueberry wine, and then I think that was my least
mix.
favorite. So yeah, there you have it. My rankings.
I would probably do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
How would you rate them?
Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4.
What'd you think of the margarita?
That was 11 out of 10.
Yeah, that was
You really can't go wrong with a margarita.
most
They're so
triumphant
good.
choice. Try to enjoy the rest of these,
Hell yeah.
and then go back to the sanctuary.
Cheers.
Chin chin.
Water.
So, Sanctuary take 2.
Yeah, welcome back.
This time with some social lubricant.
And hopefully the Birds of Prey show.
Yeah, when we were here the first time, all these guys were asleep, and now they're just all up and awake. Look at them go. Behold, Satan. She thinks my track is sexy. It really turns her on. I think next time they build a restaurant, they should put it somewhere with a view. Just saying.
I don't know. I think they did a pretty good job.
How is it?
Divine.
The Italian herbs permeating the air is remarkable.
But how does the food taste?
The food's great. Yeah, and the wine's really good. Transports me to Italy.
Would you recommend?
Yeah, definitely come to Soumah Wines if you're here. Ambiance, really beautiful.
Do not point it at anyone. And then grab the base of the bottle and you twist the bottle. Okay? Now you don't need to take the muselet off the cork, and that's when most accidents happen. If you don't believe me, you can Google last year's Tour de France, where one of the stage winners was up on the stage with his bottle of champagne, and he took the muselet off, he was having a great time, and all of a sudden the cork flew out, hitting him in the forehead, and he was out of the Tour de France with concussion. Very lucky not to get it in their eye.
So we're at Four Pillars Gin Distillery. We got these cute little cups. Oh, hey, look at Kendra. Hey, how's it going? We're waiting to get our tasting with 5 gins. And it should be
I know
lovely.
nothing about gin, so this should be interesting. It was recommended by Leisha.
Who is actually with us? What do you know about gin, Leisha?
I know, I love it.
Yeah? Perfect.
Okay. There's a lot more blends there than I've seen before. This is going to be really interesting.
We're freaking excited.
Very exciting. Apple and rhubarb, that looks interesting.
Would you say that some of them are remarkable?
I would say they're very splendidly remarkable even.
So they're going to go to London, but and the UK. They want to do that because that's where gin came from. That's where nothing much has changed for so many years. They wanted to sort of
It's our last day in Australia before we head to Bali. And what are we doing today?
We got up super early so that we could come drive the Great Ocean Road. We're gonna head out, see the 12 Apostles.
This entrance has some interesting facts about it, which are what we need to learn.
I know nothing. Was there something I was supposed to know there?
I think it's the greatest that I've seen anyway.
What makes it the greatest?
It's spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. We're known for our beautiful beaches and you're going to get to see a lot of them.
Would you say that Australia has many beautiful beaches?
Molto bene. Car and Nate just drove straight under it without even batting an eyelid.
What a couple of ignorant American assholes.
That's why you need a local guide, so you're not an ignorant and American asshole.
Yeah. As we would be without her.
Started to create a project for World War I returned servicemen. So they had work.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So we have stopped at Apollo Bay and we're eating at the Apollo Bay Hotel. All 3 of us have ordered the fish and chips. I got a Jack something beer. Jack Squire. Jack.
Yeah.
Jack.
Squire.
And Leisha got her classic Chardonnay.
A double, mind you, it's a decent sized beer. It's the only one I'm allowed because I'm driving.
As opposed to yesterday's measly 4s.
Yeah, so keep going, mate.
Kendra got the Tasmanian cider.
Lovely.
So cheers.
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 Skull. What? Up your back passage.
quick before we get to my thoughts on the 12 Apostles. Just wanted to share some exciting news. We got invited to go on a podcast. After this trip to Australia, we went to Bali, where we met a whole bunch of really cool new friends from the UK, one of which has a podcast. It's called the Lost Luggage Podcast, and we'll link our episode below. Go give it a listen, and while you're there, might as well stay and listen to the rest of his episodes because he is a funny, funny guy and an excellent storyteller. Anyway, enough rambling, back to the video. This, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful and totally worth coming out for, but I think if we were smarter, we would have maybe booked a place out here and done a little bit more while we're here. Those are my thoughts. What do you think?
I think it's stunning, and the drive here was really cool. And
I'm just being too much of a negative Nancy, is that what you're saying?
I think for the amount of time that we had in Australia, it was a good choice to make.
I don't disagree. Just saying that it would be nicer to like have more time out here and enjoy it a little bit more rather than just drive all the way out here and then turn around and go back. That's all I'm saying.
And now you know.
Yep. So I may have come off as a little bit of a pissant there. I think I was just tired of driving, but man, 12 Apostles are stunning. So anyway, we headed back, had a long drive back to Melbourne, got up for an early morning and headed into the airport, where we got on a plane and headed to Bali. And that video is coming up.